It only amplified my fear as I turned to look at Dr. Niere. You know what? Take the shot. Actually, I hate it here, bro. Take it. A demonstration for you and an experiment for me. It's as simple as that. This nigga actually shot me! What it do? What it do? Flight crew. This is really not the time for the have an upbeat intro with this in the background. Hi, hello, how you doing? If you're asking why I'm wearing a crown, don't worry about it. It's perfectly fine. But regardless, welcome to Coalescence or Coalesce, whatever the hell this is. Another visual novel. Why? Even when I can't talk, because I am recording this on a toaster, that's why. The piano's really loud in my ears. Anyway. By the way, this game isn't for the faint of heart, to say the least. You know what? I'll let my boy David explain, actually.
Thanks, you big back bastard. What the fuck? Folks at home, in case this game isn't, your vibe, listen to the following warnings and adjust accordingly. We'll be dealing with heavy subject matter such as the mentions of sexual child abuse, mentions of pedophilia, and unreciprocated incest. This is a lot darker than I thought it was. Hey Kai, what you give me to read, bro?
Okay, well, I don't know why the hell David was being so rude, but regardless, yeah, you have the whole synopsis, the whole what we're gonna be dealing with, and yeah. So without further ado, let's hop into it, baby. Coalesce. Can I see this first? No. Damn. Also, whatever you do, do not open that door. A girl opened her eyes. I feel like I've been corrupted ever since I played Dead Lamb Walkin', bro. The first thing she saw was a blinding white ceiling coupled with a bright lamp. It was a sight that burned to the girl's retinas. So she soon looked away. Padded walls? What did she do? Then, oh, what the hell? The second thing she saw when she did so was a white pad wall that seemed soft to the touch. The last thing she noticed was the cold, hard bed that she was laying on. Its color, also pure white. It can't be that hard to get a good mattress. Y'all doing this shit on purpose. The girl didn't have any idea on where this was, nor did she try to speculate. Not because she already gave up, or that she didn't want to do so. She just couldn't do it. Her mind was empty. She could only perceive her surroundings, yet she couldn't process it in her head. Couldn't do anything. Just like a puppet whose strings had been cut. Is this gonna be like an allegory for family sexual assault? The girl simply laid there for who knows how long. Seconds, minutes, hours. No matter how long it was, the girl was indifferent to the passage of time. So eventually she heard a noise. Very faint yet rapid thumping, gradually growing louder. Suddenly, a banging noise followed. Once, twice, and then thrice. Each time the girl heard the noise, the room slightly trembled together with it. Big ad, dude. The girl might not have been able to think, but she still sat up, staring blankly at the pad wall, where the noises came from. What did they do to her? A part of the pad wall then burst open. A man immediately rushed inside. Ace! You not big at all. The man was Makoto Fujiwara. After yelling out loud, he took a quick break to wipe off his sweat and breath. When Makoto's break When Makoto's short break concluded, he strode towards the girl and placed both his hands on her shoulders, gripping it firmly. Phew, thank God. You seem to be fine. That adrenaline's one hell of a drug. I don't know what I'd do if you're... Makoto covered his face while letting out a shaky, relieved breath. Though he tried to compose himself in a hurry. Whatever was happening, it was clear that Makoto was chased by time. Damn it, I can't do it anymore, Ace. Sitting still and letting this happen, especially after knowing what happened to you. What happened? Well... considering the... You know, the warning my boy David gave earlier, I have a feeling on what happened. It just sickens me to my stomach. Yeah, I bet. So please. I know you said you want this, but do you really want this? Asa... What? Asa Argyris. The girl only stayed silent, not responding to Makoto's pleading. Ace. There was only silence coming from the girl he called Ace. Is that? That's not a shower cap. No, that's her head. What the hell? Makoto felt as though everything around him was starting to crumble. And yet he stood his ground. He had to. Shit, are you kidding me? Fine, let's just go. Realizing that nothing he said would get through to her, Makoto grabbed Ace's hand and dragged her with him instead. The two quickly left the white room. Oh, this is a prologue! Oh, okay. Into the ominous long hallway where the echoes of their footsteps were the only sounds they could hear. Makoto didn't dare waste a second. He sprinted as quickly as he could while dragging Ace with him. Ace's legs moved, trying to match Makoto's pace. However, perhaps Makoto was running a bit too fast for her. The girl's lower set of limbs became weak, and she toppled down to the floor like a rag doll. Makoto skidded to a halt and turned around, looking as if he would get devoured by his own anxiety. But he still tried to help Ace up in a rush. Who are you running from? Come on, Ace. No, we can do this. Just a bit more, and... At that moment, Makoto froze. I'm assuming it's whoever he's running from. What he saw standing a few feet away behind Ace chilled him to his core. A man stood tall, almost towering over Makoto despite their distance. He was gazing at him with a wide-eyed stare that showed no signs of emotion whatsoever. So you're the bad guy. You can take him. You can take him in a fight. Listen, he may be bigger than you, but you're both skinny, okay? All he has is that extra reach. All you gotta do is just close the distance and you'll be fine. Nah, y'all the same build. You'll be fine. Dr. Fujiwara. Dr. Nere, whatever your name is. I believe that is my test subject that you're running away with. I wonder, where are you leading her to? Please explain yourself, Dr. Fujiwara. This is... Dr. Niere's empty eyes stared down towards Makoto, making him shudder. You can take him in a fight! Yet despite his fear, he stood in front of Ace, shielding her from the man. Makoto could feel his legs about to give way, but he had to keep himself strong. There was just no other way, after all. No other way. Which is... No other way other than a right hook. You can take him in a fight. Actually, considering you're like a doctor, you should have like some sharp object on you, right? Shank him. Feeling himself, Makoto took a deep breath in and opened his mouth to speak. I'm taking her away. Where else? Far from this wretched place. I think there's a misunderstanding between us. From what I recall, Asa wanted this, did she not? So who are you to deny her this? Most of all, it is far too late for you to do anything now. Surely you know that. Even so, it's always better late than never, right? You don't even know the whole story behind this, so who are you to talk? Neither of us can really decide what's best for her. But, this is just too much. I get it. This is simply an act of selfishness disguised as an act of heroism. What the hell? Did I just put words in my mouth? Elite gaslighter right there. Elite gaslighter. You had a gold digging partner, didn't you? You dated a girl from Beverly Hills, huh? You dated somebody from the suburbs. I can tell. You picked up some things. As if what you're doing isn't out of your own selfishness either. I never said it wasn't. Dr. Fujiwara, I need ASA 1316 BD 401 in order to advance our research. This is not a request. This is an order and a warning. If I could, I would prefer not to lose you. You're valuable to this project, and I owe you one for helping me with my research before this. Besides, don't you have a family who's waiting for you in your home country? Do you want them to grieve over the fact that you died so young trying to do something so meaningless? You threatened my life. I now have to run the fade. I'm not... Nah, Fujiwara, don't be no bitch. Think about your loved ones. Think about your decision thoroughly. You are still young, and you should not be wasting your life like this. That is all I'm going to say. Makoto could feel his resolve crumbling. His built-up stress and fear from earlier did not help the situation. Eventually, Makoto began to shake his head weakly as he sighed. The girl simply watched as Makoto slowly walked over to... No! You were the chosen one! I guess she's already like a potato now. I must. No, I can say that because this isn't. It said this isn't based off of real people. She's already like a potato now, I guess. So it's like there's nothing to save anyway at this point. So you might as well just protect yourself for your and your family's sake. Yeah, I can see that. If you did this beforehand, I would have agreed with you, but now it's like whatever, bro. You're right. This whole thing is stupid. I'll step back. Thanks for making me realize that, Doc. Makoto sluggishly walked past Dr. Niere. Oh, I thought he stabbed him. Oh, I thought Niere stabbed his ass. Just as Makoto thought he was out of sight, he slipped his hand into his lab coat. Oh. As soon as his hand touched something cold there, he quickly grabbed it and pulled it out. Come on! It was a pistol! Let's go! Makoto tried to aim and shoot Dr. Niere as quick as he could. However... He expected it! Shit! Huh? Instead of shooting Dr. Niere, Makoto was shot at by his target. Okay, then you should have been planning. You must have been planning to shoot me regardless. Ah, never mind. You're a terrible liar, Dr. Fujiwara. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Okay, listen. I've never been shot. I never plan to get shot. I never want to get shot. However, if I'm in a situation where it's life or death, and me and somebody are like a Mexican standoff, and they shoot me. If I'm still alive, even after you shoot me in an area that, like, if I were to get surgery, I could come back. I'm mainly just running off of adrenaline and shit. Maybe it's because I'm ignorant. Maybe it's because I run off of pride. Maybe it's because I need to get my get back. I'm shooting you, bro. I don't give a damn if you put 16 bullets in my right arm. I'm gonna shoot you at least once in my left. I'm gonna shoot you once with my left. You not, no, pick up that gun and shoot him back. Blood began seeping out of the wound and out of his lips. He then coughed a mouthful of blood as he fell to the ground. Shoot him back! And yet, despite the shock, yeah! Makoto still used the energy that he had to grab his own gun and shoot at Dr. Niere. So it was futile. Damn it! Hey, you didn't go out like a bitch. Hey, Fujiwara, hey, you got my respect. You didn't go out like a bitch. You tried to save a little girl who was getting experimented on. You fought till the end, my boy. Good looks. This time he did not move. Ah, yeah, no. Just like that, Makoto Fujiwara was dead. Dr. Niere stared at Makoto's lifeless body. The only thing he could do was let out a sigh. The doctor turned around to face his quiet test subject. He seemed to observe her for a moment. No reaction whatsoever. I see. It was a shot to the head after all. I suppose this makes sense. Keeping the rest of his thought to himself, Dr. Niere held the girl's hand, dragging her back to where her room was. Oh, what's that? After bringing her back, Dr. Niere left her with one more thought. I'm not sure if you'll register my words properly, but I will say it. Also say it. Remember the fact that Dr. Fujiwara died trying to save you. Ingrain it into your brain. Remember his sacrifice as you decide on what to do next. Remember it clearly. We talking to me. Okay. Characters like this, like, are interesting, but, like, high-key piss me off. Because, like, you have the potential to be a good person. You don't seem 100% trash. But it's like, you know what it's like? It's like cops that follow the law to the letter, to an unnecessary degree. It was like, hold on, if I remember right, there was a comic with Spider-Man, and like this cop who saw him like being a vigilante was like, stop, freeze, like webbing up criminals, like stop, freeze. It's like, hey, I'm saving y'all here. I'm getting rid of the criminals. Keep in mind, Spider-Man is a known, beloved superhero. Fuck, Spider-Man is such a beloved and needed part of the universe, to where God himself pulled up and decided, hey, nah, my boy, you can't quit. You can't quit. I'm gonna need you here. Even then, it's like, nah, I gotta get rid of this man. It's stupid. She soullessly walked along with the doctor, her mind devoid of any thoughts. Chapter 1, we're on the prologue! Nonsense. After I recounted what happened before I woke up the second time, I finally opened my eyes. What Dr. Niere said had echoed in my head as I stared at the ceiling. My mind kept replaying one scene for me. It was the death of Makoto Fujiwara. Someone who seemed familiar, and yet I couldn't remember any of our interactions beforehand. Though I knew for a fact I used to call him Mako. That he was friendly, brotherly, and sweet towards me, even before he died trying to get me out of here. But what exactly did he normally do? How do we even spend time together? Remember his death, huh? Memento mori, that type shit. What a cruel thing to say when Dr. Niere was the one who pulled the trigger. Those words dug a blade into my chest. Somehow, when he died, I felt nothing. No, I couldn't even feel nor think during the time. Why? Did they mess with my head? Mako's death was really weighing at me. It further proved that I knew and cared for this person deeply. The fact that I didn't remember him completely felt even more disgusting. Ah, so, okay, this is gonna be one of those games. The memory slowly coming back, okay. The feeling of familiarity didn't stop with Mako. The room that I was in felt familiar, yet foreign at the same time. I even felt the same way towards Dr. Niere. It was like we've met before. Everything that happened was so out of the ordinary. I was beginning to feel overwhelmed. I tried to take deep breaths and decided to distract myself from all of it by observing the room. It was in the same state as before. Bland and maddeningly colorless. Surrounded with padded walls that were suffocating to look at. The floor felt stinging cold against my feet and I sprang up from my bed. I circled around my room meticulously, knocking on the walls and the floor. I checked my bed, traced my finger against the metallic bed frame, and felt the mattress. There was nothing of note, other than the security camera placed on the top corner of the room, most likely to observe me. It was something I should have expected, but it was better to check than to assume. Searching for something? Ah! Lady! Okay. Are you a ghost? How'd you get in here? I can assure you whatever it is, you won't find it in here. I was so focused on my observation that I didn't notice someone walking inside the room. So you aren't a ghost. Whoever she was, I did not get a good feeling from her, so I put my guard up. Not that there was anything I could do to guard myself physically, but guarding myself mentally was better than nothing. So let's start with the introductions. I'm Frida Hines. Call me Dr. Frida. I'm from the Mind Division, Memory Subdivision, yada yada, boring stuff, who cares? I'll basically be looking at the state of your memories. Any questions? Confusion maybe? Because you're probably very confused right now. Determined to give me the silent treatment, eh? Arvin told me that you like to talk back to people, so there's no need to feel shy. It's always funny to see the subjects bite back, even when they know that it'll make things worse for them. Who are you? Where am I? I don't feel safe here. Well, of course I don't feel safe here. I'm surrounded by lunatics. I just watched a man get any institution where the firing process is a bullet to the dome. It's not filled with good people. It's not. So you're saying the idea of punishing the subjects excites you? Good, now I know what kind of person you are. Sorry to say that I won't let you have your fun. My biggest condolences. Big talk for someone who has nothing to defend herself with. Okay, what do you have? But I can't, bro. I am far too ignorant. I can't, bro. Here's the thing. I have proof of this. No, not proof, but like even throughout like school and shit, I was always a lightweight. But even then, when I was a lightweight, I never backed down. I have too much pride for somebody to be testing me and me to not put my hands up. I'll probably lose to this lady. I'll probably get jumped. I'm gonna still put my hands up. Run the fade. You will get your ass beat by a girl in a doctor's gown with her head shaven. I can promise you that. And you're actually glaring at me. How cute. If only you could if only you could see the way that you're hugging yourself right now. What, trying to soothe yourself after realizing that you're not as brave as you thought, little girl? She yapped. As if she wasn't as tiny, if not tinier than I was. Exactly! Run the fade! You are not Mako, and you are not Dr. I don't even remember the nigga's name. You run the fade right now. You short Asian, but by your last name, probably Norwegian, but you probably have some Asian blood in you, so you're probably Norwegian, half Asian lady. Run the fade right now. Oh, I'll definitely have my fun with you. Put your hands up! Let's see if you can keep that attitude once the experiment truly starts. Something was wrong with her, clearly. I didn't know what, and I didn't want to find out, so I only stared at her, not wanting to give her more amusement by responding to her taunts. Nah, respond. Run the fade. Be like Makoto. Or, except in, in the fact that he died. But, like, come on. Now, Frida. I saw one of the walls open. Can I grab the padding. Hit that. Heave. Just, no. I got it. There's so many damn walls. I gotta get out of one of them. I made sure to remember the fact that there was a door. There was a door there before fully focusing on the newcomer who looked exactly like Frida. Oh, twins. Great, you're both crazy. Wait, no. No, one's crazy, one's calm. Hopefully. Please. Never mind, they're both crazy. Shit. It wouldn't be fun for us if you broke her right off the bat, would it? Miller, there you are. I was starting to think you bailed on me. I wouldn't do that. You should know better. But enough of that. I should introduce myself. I'm Miller Hines. Oh, what kind of first name is Miller? Your parents gave Miller. Your parents gave you a last name as a first name. That'd be like, I mean, there are people who with a full name that's two first names, but like Miller Hines. I guess you could say that I'm Frida's twin sister. I'm from the mind division, specifically the brain subdivision. There'll be a total of 3 people looking after you. I will observe your brain's condition and well-being. Frida will take note of your mental state and the condition of your memories, and Nire! That's his dumbass's name! Dr. Nire will observe your body and its changes. He will also be leading most of the research. Why is the one nigga the one leading, the one observing my body? I don't like that. He's already shot down somebody saying, don't touch my experiment. Basically, he calls the shots. Like the one sane guy had to get shot. Yeah, that's the gist of it. Now on to our next obligation. Miller, what was it again? Oh, come on, this is supposed to be your part. Whoops, sorry. Blame Arvin for being boring during his explanation. Don't bother apologizing when you don't ever mean it. Guess I really have to do all the talking, huh? Since your ID is 1316BD401, I'll call you 01 for short. Need to know what your current state of mind is like. Asa. Call me Asa. The 2 sisters only stared at each other before Frida smiled at my response. Oh, they're already refusing to be called... Wait, what? Already refusing to be referred to as a test subject, huh? I will whoop your ass. I will whoop... Wait, I maybe can't do it now because there's 2 of you, but wait till one of you is in this room. Mika Maka Muka. Depending on my weight, I'm gonna just hit a Goomba stomp on your ass. Who wouldn't? Is it so weird for someone to prefer being called by their given name instead of random numbers and letters? I swear whenever you open your mouth, you always bark. It's basic common Calm down. All bark and no bite. Wait till one of you leave. Wait, just wait. This girl doesn't really know her place. It's so funny and miserable to look at. You are 5! You are 4 too! Shut up! I almost feel bad for you. Frida, please. You're derailing the conversation. Let poor Miller do your job for you, and let's just get this done with. Oh man, you're funny. I can't. As Frida moved aside to continue laughing at nothing, Miller just shrugged. Okay. Okay, I guess that kind of answered my question. So you remember your name? Yes, it's Asa Igris. Or Argris. Milla nodded as she took my answer onto her clipboard. What else do you remember? I remember waking up before this and seeing one of your peers die right in front of me. Oh, that. Shot by Dr. Niere, right? I only nodded. And before that, do you have all your memories from your earliest until your most recent? Are they in chronological order? And that was it. It was as if Mako's death meant nothing at all. If anything, it showed me that death meant nothing here. Cool, so you won't miss your twin sister. Good to know. I closed my eyes and tried to think to remember. Eventually, I found my answer. No, I remember my childhood, but everything beyond it is murky and jumbled at best. For example, I think I know who Dr. Niere is, but I don't remember any of our interactions before. Right. Gotcha. For now, try to think back to your past and go from there. If your memories come back that way, then we don't really need to intervene. Oh, we don't? Wouldn't it be better for us to step in anyway for 01? Oh, sorry, I meant Asa's well-being. Come on, Frida. I certainly hope they don't intervene. God knows what they'll do to my head. Hold on, speaking of my head. When I suddenly became aware of it, I put a hand on the top of my head and felt an abnormal bump instead of my hair. Oh, I'd be so... Oh, bro, oh my... Bro, I've been growing out my hair for so long. I'd be furious if I just woke up in a place I didn't remember and just woke up bald, or like back to the shaven head schoolboy. Oh, I'd be furious. I felt it again as I traced my hand on my left temple. It felt like there was something underneath my skin. Just the thought alone made me shudder. Miller? What are these bumps on my head? Those? I think you should ask Dr. Niere instead. Yup, we only know brains, not whatever you had going on there. Thought of asking that wide-eyed doctor made me hesitant. But there was no use pushing Miller, who knew nothing of my circumstances, so I just sighed in resignation. I said to ask what she would know instead. Then how about our location? Can any of you answer that question for me? I can. You're in UNHAND's laboratories, specifically in the building called the Testing Center of Genetic Engineering. The room we're in now is called an Intensive Observation Room 01, or IOR 01 for short. EOR. UNHAND's laboratory, huh? The two of you own the lab? Nope, our dad's money, that's why you're such a bitch! It seems that I was in the presence of important people here. I vowed to watch what I said from then on, and continued with my train of thought. Hell no! Sure you can! The names being thrown around by the twins did not sound familiar at all. I finally decided to ask a question that had been bugging me. Have I been here for a while? No, you need to ask, why are you here? How'd I get here? I was chilling on my own before you assholes took me here. Yep. Truth is, you've been what? You've been giving me the Airy treatment? Truth is, we've been killing you over and over, and you forgot your memories each time, so we just kept having this talk. And it's getting so boring. Oh, thank God that was a lie! Okay. Don't listen to her, Asa. She's lying with that one. What accusation? What if you're the one lying right now? I was starting to lose my last bits of patience, so I decided to tune the sisters out. Thankfully, their banter was cut short by the sound of the doors opening. You gotta have major dry eye. You just don't blink, do you? Okay. And also, high-key felt like the music was a little too low at this point, but I don't know. Turn it up a tiny bit. Well, fortunately, the person who walked in turned out to be the wide-eyed doctor himself. Hey, Arvin. You told her the basics, so you don't need to bother with those. Yeah, she told us that she only remembered her name and her childhood memories. I suggested that she should try to think about her past first to help her recover her memories naturally. If that doesn't work, we'll take a look at her head. I see. Thank you for your brief report. Also, Asa has a question for you. At that, all eyes were on me now. I simply gulped before I asked my question. These bumps, you know what they are? Yes. It's a sign that your body is healed. Healed. But this doesn't feel like the bump of a healed wound. As I uttered those words, I realized something. If it was truly a healed wound, then what happened to my head? Oh yeah! Because like something could have happened to your head, and next thing you know, they had to shave your head for surgery reasons. Oh! Oh no! Baby Grill! Didn't Dr. Neri said something about a shot to the head from before? I'm gonna beat her! From the corner of my eyes, I saw Frida smiling like a maniac on the side. It was as if she was anticipating something interesting to happen. It only amplified my fear as I turned to look at Dr. Neri. You know what? Take the shot. Actually, I hate it here, bro. Take it. Shoot me, nigga! Shoot me, nigga! You ain't. Actually, I shouldn't say he ain't gonna do it. He actually would do it. He most definitely would do that shit. He popped my nigga Mako, bro. He would absolutely pop me. The same one that tragically took the life of Mako. What are you doing? I stepped back until I hit the wall. I could feel my breathing quicken and my chest began to feel tight. My eyes frantically darted around, hoping for someone to save me. Or at least hoping there to be something that I could use against them. However, there was nothing. It was a miracle that Mako tried to save me, a 1 in a million chance that ended in tragedy. Yeah, if only you were like this lucid when Mako tried to save you. It was luck, something that I couldn't rely on. Though what else was there in this deserted, isolated room for me? Nothing. There was nothing. My mind tried to deny it, but I knew better than anyone. The fact was that I was surrounded by 3 psychopaths who were more than eager to study me and treat me as less than human. It was as if I was merely cornered prey that could do nothing as it was surrounded by a pack of wolves. Ignoring my dread, Dr. Neri simply approached me. Hadouken! There was no hint of remorse on his steps. Then he pointed his gun at my head all while looking down at me. A demonstration for you and an experiment for me. It's as simple as that. This nigga actually shot me! Nonsense. This nigga actually shot me! He blew my brains out! Why? How do you even come back from that? How do you get memories back? Even fucking Wolverine, isn't like a weakness of Wolverine, like you shoot him in the head, or like you shoot him hard enough and like it actually goes to his brain. Like his brain will heal, but the memories won't come back? Bro. I saw a familiar, comfortable room. That's right, this was the room where I spent most of my childhood being cooped up in. It was a bit minimalistic and bland, though my parents preferred it that way. They didn't want any posters plastered on the wall, only some photos, and that was it. Oh, this is where, This is where the what my nigga David was saying earlier. This is where this is gonna come in, huh? I hopped down from my bed and went to a shelf in my room to grab a book. There I saw myself reflected on a mirror located beside my shelf. Oh, and you were so pretty too! You were so pretty! You were such an adorable little creature. Oh my... What did they do to you? Hey, maker of this game, if I don't see her, like, at this, like, back to this by the end of the game, I'ma fight you. We fund the box. And it will not be a fair fight. I will be pulling up to that bitch with throwing knives and a Glock 45. Right. This was me when I turned around 12 years old, wasn't it? Thick thin, and sticky pale, and sickly pale. I looked like a breathing corpse. Apparently, my body was born physically weak. I was even diagnosed with severe combined immune deficiency, SCID, when I was a baby. It meant that I was born with an immune system that did not work properly. My mom said that I received stem cells from her twice, and that I was already treated, though my immune system was still considered weaker than others. Hey, nothing Advil can't fix. Therefore, my family were still very overprotective of me, especially since I was the youngest daughter in the family. They kept me mostly inside and homeschooled me. I rarely left the house aside from medical checkups or family gatherings. Even so, I still had to be extra careful during my brief time outside. It was suffocating, yet I never dared to go against my parents' wishes. I, too, was scared of my fragile body's limitations, and the thought of breaking it into pieces. However, I wish that I could forget this period of my life and simply move on. But how I wished I had a choice, and to trace back my memory in order to remember my present after all. Wait, hold on. So it's like, I'm guessing like people are like, hey, you want to forget a time in your life? Come to Rocco's memory deletion service for only $5.99. You can sign up today with revolutionary technology. If you can trust us. Meanwhile, she's being shot in the brain by a Glock 45 that he has himself. I don't know where the hell he got a police pistol from, but shit, he trained. My hand hovered to a familiar book. Ah! Its spine already worn out as a sign of my diligence reading through it. The title was Botany for Young People: How Plants Grow by Asa Gray. However, just before I could grab it, I heard the door to my room creak open. I'm still very concerned about like the parents and her family in this situation because of, you know, the whole thing with, you know, what my boy David said earlier. However, objectively though, I can see why Oss is very pretty. I can see where she got it from, to say the least. Mom, just wanted to let you know that lunch is right downstairs. Okay, thanks. I also have some good news. Dad and I assume it's supposed to say Dad and I. No, Dad and Al. Dad and Al will be coming home next week. The only ones usually at home were me and my mom. I had a dad and a brother, but my dad was a busy man and my brother was a busy university student. Them coming back home at the same time was always the highlight of our dull, lonely life. No, actually, my mom still managed to liven up the house, even if it was just the two of us. I really admired her cheerfulness. her cheerfulness at times. I gotta work on that. Yeah, Nino. That's great, Mom. Right? I'm thinking of cooking a feast for all of us when that day comes. Do you have any suggestions or requests, Asa? Requests? Of course, anything my mom cooked tasted amazing, but there was always this one dessert that I loved from her. This seems like a happy family! This is gonna end in tragedy in about 5 minutes. How about pavlova? Oh, sweetheart, I probably should have said aside from pavlova. That's already on my list. She says she showed me her phone. Okay, so they have phones. I'm not gonna lie, I was silently questioning. I was looking around this whole thing, I was like, what time period is this? They got memory technology and like modern guns. But like, who knows? Okay. Okay, cool. Oh, thanks, Mom. Something else then? I think I've heard Al saying that he really enjoyed eating Italian food lately. Wait! Oh! Get you some pepper poppers. No, what is it called? Jalapeno poppers! No! What is it called? It's jalapeno something. It's like a small food thing. Whatever. There's this Italian restaurant that I visited once every few weeks, and he mentioned he liked the lasagna there, I think. With all due respect, saying you like Italian food and the first words coming out of your mouth being lasagna, you deserve to have every Italian throw spaghetti noodles at you. Wet spaghetti noodles, so your clothes that you end up going home smell like uncooked spaghetti, and your clothes are wet. Jackass. Mom listened intently to what I said, typing it all down on her phone with one finger. The sound of her long, artificial nails filled the room as she did so. The lasagna and maybe some other Italian dishes. Alright. Baked fish for Dad should be good, then it's settled. Thanks for helping me out, sweetheart. You really helped a lot, especially since I had no idea what to cook for Al. You know how his taste changes a lot. It's been a while since we cooked such a huge menu for a special occasion. I can't wait to get started already. Yeah. It'll be fun, Mom. Oh, should we decorate the house? It's not every day they come home, so why don't we go all out? Decorations, huh? I think that's a bit overkill, but... Not as though I have anything much to do at home anyway. Did they not give you a cellular device? Like they didn't give you a phone so you could like watch YouTube, like read over webcomics, like find like audio books or something. Like they didn't even get you like new books. It seems like you've been reading over that one book for a while now. Sure, let's decorate. Great, thanks for going along with me, sweetheart. What kind of decor do you think we should go for? Do you think a birthday-esque colorful decor works, or should we stick with simple yet elegant decor? I'm not gonna lie, the mom is pretty. However, those eyes concerned me. That I don't like the way she's looking at me. She's getting me the stutter and all. I'm concerned. The sound of laughter gradually faded away. The day where my dad and brother came home soon arrived. Oh, thank God. The music came back. All four of us sat down together to eat the menu that my mom had cooked together. The dinner table and some parts of the wall were covered with colorful decorations. There were some toys on the table, a rainbow-colored balloon, filling out "Welcome Home" taped to the wall. We even popped some confetti when my dad and brother got home. They came home at the same time. Thanks to Mom's idea, even though we hadn't met in a while, the atmosphere was still fun and comfortable. Well, yeah, it's your dad and brother. I'm not saying anything, but all I'm gonna say is, brother, you pulled the wife of a lifetime. You pulled a baddie. She no, she could just have better genes. Brother aged. She into silver foxes, I guess. Shit. No, actually, no, I'm looking at it. They both look similar in age. Just that she aged far better than that nigga. Of course, darling. Welcome home. I'm sure you two are famished, so enjoy the dishes Asa and I made. I promise it tastes wonderful. I don't doubt that. Oh, I thought that was Mako. Italian food? How'd you know I've been into it? How'd you know that I've been into it lately? Familial instinct? You told Asa about it, silly. I did? Forgetful as always, huh? I took the time to remember it for you. Don't just dismiss it as instinct. Still so snarky as always. What a loving family! This won't end horribly at all! This isn't gonna blow up in our faces at all. No, this has a happy ending. I'm glad you stayed consistent. Thanks for remembering, Asa. I appreciate it. Said Al as he rubbed my hair, purposely messing it up as a way to tease me. If you appreciate it so much, it's not messing up my hair. What are you gonna do about it? I'll eat your lasagna. Before he could react, I dove to the side of the table and scooped a good amount of lasagna into my mouth. What? Hey! Traitor! Man out! Nigga, what were you gonna do if she spat out? It's already in there. Ew. Al, do you really want to eat a chewed lasagna? Gross. You little... you two are as lively as ever. Al, dear, you do remember that you're in university, right? And you still banter like a kid. I don't give a damn. She took my food, mama. You heard her. Time to be more mature, Al. What? I'd say you're the one who's too mature for your age, Asa. I'd agree with Asa. You need to keep your act together, Alonzo. Be more serious with school. I heard from a friend of mine who works there that you've been skipping class. I've enrolled you to a prestigious university and it costs a lot. Do not waste it. Hearing Dad's words, I could see Al tensing up. He sat up straighter as he simply listened with a stiffened expression. I'm telling you, if you continue to study hard now, to continue my work, you'll have a secure future. This is all for your sake, but it'll mean nothing if you don't put any effort into it. Fiddling with your toy robots is fine, but keep it under moderation. Unless you plan on making something actually useful with the toy trinkets. I mean, hey, you're in the modern age. You have a phone. You could do YouTube. Dear, I'm sure Alonzo has been trying his best so far. What time is it? Holy shit, this is almost an hour. I'm gonna end this off on a high note. By a high note, I mean the note of a totally loving family who totally isn't under anything at all. And it's totally perfectly fine. So, yeah, I'm gonna... Do I actually, though? Nah, I'll keep it going. Billy, you're being too lenient with him. It's better to scold him now before it gets worse. Yeah, like, dog, this is our first time. You can say this, like, later. You scolded him a lot before this. I'm sure he knows. Mom, it's alright. Dad has a point. I'm sorry, Dad. Huh. It's true that I've been skipping. I won't do it again. How about you say it like you mean it, young man? That kind of attitude won't get you anywhere. Okay. Huh? What made you think I didn't mean what I said? I've raised you my entire life. I know you just said that to end the conversation early. Yeah, no shit. We're here for family. And what am I supposed to say? Nope, I'll just do whatever I want. You can just go to hell, Dad. Is that better? Alonzo! Yeah, okay. All that effort to make this dinner happy, and for what? No. Why? Why couldn't you just let it go? Why couldn't you just let it go? Get off your high horse. And my brother, who looked even more tired than he was before. Dad was quicker with frustrations. Ah, getting brave enough to talk back to me, are we? He's a university student. He's not 10. This is why I told you to stay away from that ruffian friend of yours. You're adopting his bad habits. Why are you bringing him into this conversation? He has nothing to do with any of this. Because he's a bad influence, I'm worried about you, Alonzo. I really have to learn how to stop talking fast. It started with you skipping classes and then talking back to me. Who knows what you'll do next? Okay, the skipping classes, I agree with you there. The talking back part. You could have just said this once, let it go, or hell, not even say it at all. Wait till you're at a different point in time, where you're alone, the family dinner's done, we've had our happy moment, and then you say it. He's not going anywhere. Participate in uncouth parties? He's a college kid, what'd you expect? Unprotected sex? Again, he's a college kid. Unprotected sex and college goes together like damn peanut butter and jelly, okay? It goes together like white on rice. What'd you expect? Drugs? Again, it goes together like white on rice. What'd you expect? Enough. All of a sudden, Al slammed his hands onto the table as he stood up, glaring intently at Dad. Seriously, I'm gonna lose it. Mocking my friend like that. You had no idea that he's the one who's been with me during my lowest, did you? Of course you didn't. You never spent any time with us, and now you act like you're worried. No, you're not worried for me. You're just worried about my reputation. Alonzo Argris, sit down. If you're really, genuinely worried for me, then you wouldn't have forced me to continue your work. You're not stupid. You know how much I hated it. Oh, okay. Yeah, he forced him into a line of work that he genuinely did not care about. Like, I need a successor, face ass. The CEOs are like, CEOs stay at their company till like fucking 80 anyway. Like if maybe your daughter wants to be a CEO. You didn't care at all, so why should I care? Nothing to say to that. Yeah, I thought so. With that, Al strode away upstairs to his room. We heard the sound of a door being slammed before silence befell us. It was brief, yet felt unbearably long. Shut up, Albert. Shut up, Albert. Dear, was I being too harsh on him? Did you fucking think? I'm sorry. This is getting personal now. I'm hearing this and like reeling in on like personal emotions. I think the time was just bad. Yeah, bro. I hate. Hold on, my model's gonna be stiff for a second because I need to lay down as I explain this. I hate, like, in media where there's that one character who like wants to say something, right? And like what they're saying is like kind of valid. Like, oh, you're skipping class. Well, like keyword kind of valid since he did force him in that position. But like you're saying something that like on paper seems valid, but you do it at the worst possible time. Like it's like insulting somebody for being impulsive and like impatient, but then you proceed to like say this and like make a whole fight like at somebody's birthday party. Like you could have done this at a later time, a later date, but You decide to do it now and fuck shit up. Why? I don't even blame Alonzo either. If that was his homie who been with him through thick and thin, that's his day one. Shit, I trust that man too. You two just got home and are obviously tired. Asa has a point. Look, you and Al both have really bad eye bags. Finish your meal and cool down, dear. I'll talk to Alonzo and give him his plate. After you two calm down, you should have a talk. Right. Thanks, Lily. Don't worry about it. Mom grabbed Al's unfinished plate, filled up with some more food before she went upstairs. The two of us continued to eat in silence. Like, yeah. Notice that Dad had been acting off lately. He created this invisible wall between us and I didn't know why. We were pretty close before. Yeah, your daddy's little girl. I simply put up with the awkward atmosphere and continued to force myself to eat, even though my appetite had long since gone. Well, no, actually, there's another thing. Here's another thing I realized. And here's the thing, this is like, I don't plan to have children. I don't want to have children. However, if I do, I've noticed that like when it comes to like dads, just like not even just in media, just like in general, it goes wife, daughter, son. At least, and this is like, I'm not saying this is like fucking like written in stone. It's just like a thing that I've noticed. Hell, you could love your son more than your daughter. I would hope not equal love, but you know, maybe you only have a son, then good for you. If that's the only child you want to have. But that's the thing I realized, just like, oh, wife, that's your wife, that's your love of your life. If you had children with that woman, you die for that lady. If your kids talk back to her, even if they're in the right, you're still mad at them. Which is something you should work on, but still, you know, daughter, somebody touches your daughter, you gotta send them to the gulag. It's just how it works. However, somebody touches your son, however, you put that nigga in boxing classes. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying you shouldn't put him in boxing classes, but still, like, but just gauge the reaction, just like damn, you're willing to stab somebody for your wife and daughter, but you decide to give your son the knife and tell him, hey, deal with it, little bro. Like, come on, bro. Maybe like, oh, what do you plan to do for your kids if you have some? I'm putting both my daughter and my son in boxing classes. The fuck are you talking about? Both my son and my daughter will be gun trained. If my kids fight and it's not an even fight to where I can watch that fight for at least 5 minutes without knowing who the victor is, then I need to train whoever lost that fight better. What? After that, Dad and Al reconciled, but the relationship didn't seem to improve. They kept being stiff and awkward around each other. Things ended up being the same, if not slightly worse for them. I suppose that some people just couldn't mesh well together, no matter how hard they tried. Yes, that's exactly. Sometimes your personalities with your kids or your siblings just don't mesh. People are people, don't matter if you're family or not. Just like that, my daily life continued. I was stuck in my room, as usual. Dad already went back to work, and while Al was staying here, he was going grocery shopping with Mom at the moment. I wasn't allowed to come with. My only company was my books, of course. They couldn't get you a tablet. I couldn't focus on anything today. I could at least get her a TV with Netflix or something. So trapped and so useless that I couldn't muster up the energy to do anything. At the end of the day, I always blamed my weak body for it. There wasn't a single day where I didn't resent it. Then it dawned upon me. Did I act upon my resentment? Was that why I became a test subject in the first place? Chapter 2. Okay. We're good. Let me just Let me just save this hole. Yeah. Alright. And with that, that will be Coalescence Part 1, or Chapter 1, I should say. Hopefully you all enjoyed, like, sub, all that jazz. The danger hasn't started yet, but we gonna get there. And I'll party with the animals next time. Bye-bye.